Welcome to the last episode of the Empire Faction Guide. In the previous episode we began to take a closer look on the Empire heroes and infantry units. In this episode we are going to take a look on the most important cavalry, missile infantry, missile cavalry and artillery units. Thank you in advance for watching my faction guide. If you like what you see, please give me a thumb up or let me know which faction guide you would like to see next. You can really say that the handgunners are one of the backbones of the Empire. You can find them nearly in every army build. Handgunners causing a tremendous amount of damage, especially against armored targets or large entities. It is of course really important to protect them, they are vulnerable. But in the most cases they pay off. A few salvos can cause a great destruction to your opponent. The missile damage of the Free Company militia is quite low. Also the amount of armor-piercing missile damage. Therefore, they have quite okay melee combat stats for a missile infantry unit. Good enough to kill, for example, a group of goblins. But overall the stats are quite low. But therefore they are very cheap. You can get for 450 credits a group of 90 units. So you are able to bring a lot of them, which can pay off in some builds and tactics. Empire Knights are the cheapest cavalry unit of the Empire army roster, and much better as other low-tier cavalry units like Mounted Yeomen or Illyrian Reavers. But they are not really a low-tier unit. They have a reasonable price, you can deploy them for 900 credits. They are quite cost efficient and steady. They are also heavily armored and the stats overall are quite good. The Reichsguard are more elite than the Empire Knights. They have on nearly every point better stats. They have more armor, hit points, melee stats, weapon strength and so on. The price difference is compared with the Empire Knights not really much. You can deploy a group of Reichsguard actually for 1150 credits. The weapon strength is very good, but overall is the Reichsguard a mid-range cavalry unit performing very well, especially against infantry units. The Knights of the Blazing Sun are again more elite than the Reichsguard, and the price difference is here compared also not really much. You can deploy a group actually for 1250 credits. But the stats of the Knights of the Blazing Sun are not better on each point. For example, the Knights of the Blazing Sun have a lower amount of armor, but they cause flaming attacks what can be quite useful against different units that are vulnerable to fire, like Skinwolf and different vampire count units. The Demigryph Knights with halberds are the strongest cavalry unit overall. They're causing a tremendous amount of damage, including a huge amount of armor-piercing damage. In addition to that, they have also a huge bonus versus large entities. They are very heavily armored and in favor in every direct fight against other cavalry units, even if they have a quite low amount of entities in the group. A group of Demigryphs consists actually of 25 units. The most popular missile cavalry unit of the Empire are the Pistoliers. But if you need to cause armor-piercing missile damage, you have to deploy Outriders. They are a little bit more expensive than Pistoliers, but have a wider firing range and more hit points, and cause a quite good amount of armor-piercing missile damage. The Hammer of Witches was for a long time by far the best artillery unit in the game, till the Warp Lightning Cannon of the Skaven appeared. One shot, one hit. So the Hammer of Witches has a very high accuracy and causing a tremendous amount of damage by a very good firing range. The amount of armor-piercing missile damage is quite incredible. A steam tank is a really mighty foe, especially against low-tier units. He causes fear and terror and a huge amount of damage. The steam tank is a hybrid unit and not only an artillery unit. He is also a very mighty enemy in melee combat, cause of his huge amount of weapon strength, even if the melee combat stats are very low. Another advantage of the steam tank is that he is unbreakable and never rot off. The amount of armor is also quite incredible. He's very heavily armored with an amount of armor of 160. He's a horror for all low tier and mid-range infantry units. The Luminarch is in the most cases not really a competitive pick, but has quite unique characteristics. The Luminac causes the most damage with one shot overall, therefore the cooldown is the highest among every artillery unit. But in some matchups the Luminac can pay off, especially against factions which bring naturally a huge amount of low tier and mid-range infantry units. The Luminac can then focus out large entities and function as a chariot or drive away. The Luminac also provides with the Hour of Protection plus 12% magical resistance. The legendary version Temple of Luminac is also available for a relatively spoken small extra charge.